All right. You should be back now.
All right. I'm on
I'm gonna
the
try to call him
YouTube.
back. All right.
Okay. Try and send me the link again. The live
Again.
link. Send me the live link. Is it the same link?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's the same link.
All right. Let me try and go back on it. All right.
A pyramid. But remember, we have more than one organism. So all we use a pyramid to represent all those organisms.
All right. I'm seeing where five of us are back. Welcome back. Indicate in the chat that you can hear me, please, and thank you. Indicate in the chat if you can hear me, please, and thank you. All right, wonderful, wonderful. All right, seeing a photo, wonderful, wonderful. Let me see, this live is being not so live, but all right. I want to give the others until let's give them 2 more minutes to join back in. Sorry about that. The internet dropped for a few seconds. I was there teaching away, but the internet dropped and then everything just went with it. Let's give the others 1 more minute to join back, and we resume from what is this? Yes, we resume from 42. And we will resume from 42. All right. It is now 2:34. Let us resume. Let us resume. Now, we were at 42 Item 42 refers to the following diagram, which shows a process occurring in humans. The process illustrated above is it A, mitosis? Is it B, meiosis? Is it C, cell transport? Or is it D, cell transmutation? Send in your answers, send in your answers. ASAP, send in your answers. Which is it? And the answer is A, mitosis. And I was saying just now before we got disrupted by the internet that the hint right here, or the major hint right here, yes, thank you, Brianna. The major hint right here is the two diploid cell. I also asked for somebody to investigate what the term diploid cell mean and return to us in the comments so that we can have an understanding of haploid cells as well. Now we move on now to 43. Chromosomes are made up of proteins and what? What are chromosomes made up of? Protein and what? Send in your answers, send in your answers. I think there might be a little delay between me speaking and you hearing me. However, we will try and work with it. 43 chromosomes are made up of proteins. And is it A, DNA? Is it B, RNA? Is it C, starch? Or is it D, fats? Which is your answer? Which is your answer? Now the answer is A, DNA. Now we move on to 44. We move on to 44. Which of the following shows correct example of genetic and environmental variation? So which of the following shows correct example of genetic and environmental variation? All right, so we look at A. Is your height genetic variation and tongue roll environmental variation? A lot of people can't tongue roll. No matter where you're there, you cannot roll your tongue. Is it B, tongue roll under genetic variation, or height under environmental variation? Is it C, eye color under genetic variation, and tongue roll under environmental variation? The answer is indeed B. The answer is indeed B, tongue roll under genetic variation and height under environmental. Now we move along to 45, which refers to the following genetic cross, which shows the inheritance of blood groups in humans. Allele A and B are codominant to each other and both are dominant to O. Allele A and B are codominant to each other and both are dominant to O. Which of the following offsprings inherited homozygous recessive allele? So we know A and B are dominant, which leaves us with O. So which of the following offspring, K, L, M, or N, received a homozygous recessive allele, meaning the same recessive allele, which means that we will just have to track O from AO and O from BO. And where does this O leads to? It leads to M, but it has a dominant of B. O leads to N also, and O leads to N as well. So N received a homozygous recessive allele. So the answer for 45 is D, N. Now we move on to 46. we move on to my bad, Kamar. So the class started earlier at 1. The class started earlier at 1. I thought you would have received the notification. It was sent up. The class had start at 1. Now we move on to, yes, 46. SEMA has the following signs or symptoms: constriction of bronchial tubes, coughing and wheezing. She is most likely suffering from, let's say most of the persons who dropped out earlier are not in as yet. SEMA has the following signs and symptoms: constriction of bronchial tubes, coughing and wheezing. She's most likely suffering from. Any answers? She's most likely suffering from asthma. A. She's most likely suffering from asthma. We now move on to 47. Hypertension does not occur as a result of. So which of the following is not a cause of hypo or a potential cause of hypertension? Yes, Vanessa Williams, the previous answer was A, asthma. Now we're at 47. Which of the hypertension does not occur as a result of? A, obesity, B, anemia, C, arteriosclerosis, D, high cholesterol level. Is it A, B, C, or D? A, obesity, B, anemia, C, arteriosclerosis. Is it D, high cholesterol? I'm seeing D from Hunter. Hunter is back with us. Any more takers? The answer is indeed B, anemia. Hypertension does not occur as a result of anemia. Now we move on to 48 and 49. Now 48 to 49 refers to the following terms. 48 and 49 refers to the following terms. In answering items 48 and 49, each term may be used once, more than once, or not at all. Which term refers to? Protein produced, now we're at 48, protein produced by blood plasma cells derived from B lymphocytes. Now these are proteins which are produced by blood plasma cells derived from B lymphocytes. We know that we're talking about our white blood cells, and to be more specific, lymphocytes. Earlier on in the live, we would have identified phagocytes. Now we are looking at lymphocytes. Is it A, they produce antibodies, B, antibiotic, my bad, C, antitoxin, or D, antiserum? What is our answer for 48? Do they produce A, antibodies, B, antibiotic, C, antitoxin, D, antiserum? Send in your answers, I am seeing A from Williams. Anybody else? Williams, you are indeed correct. Antibodies, they send out antibodies to fight infections. Now we are now at 49. Substances released by the body to neutralize harmful chemicals produced by microorganisms. Substances that are released by the body to neutralize. The word neutralize harmful chemicals produced by microorganisms. Sending your answers, waiting for your answers for 49, sending your answers for 49. Substances released by the body to neutralize harmful chemicals produced by microorganisms. Waiting for the answers for 49. And persons who were late, by no fault of your own, because you would have thought that it is at 3 o'clock, you can always resume from here and watch what you would have missed on the channel. You can always watch it over. I'm seeing B antibiotic. I'm seeing B antibiotic from Williams. Anybody else? Any other suggestion? Substance released by the body. It's released by the body to neutralize harmful chemicals produced by microorganisms. Your answer is actually C, antitoxin. Antitoxins. Now we move on to 50. Which of the following diseases cause severe diarrhea and abdominal pains? Which of the following diseases cause severe diarrhea and abdominal pains? Which of the following diseases cause severe diarrhea and abdominal pains? We are looking at 50. What is your answer? A, is it typhoid? Is it B, ringworm? Is it C, gonorrhea? Is it D, tuberculosis? Which of the following causes severe diarrhea? Send in your answers for 50, A, B, C, or D. Send in your answers. Waiting for the answers, waiting for the answers. No, 50. The answer for 50 is indeed, I am seeing C, gonorrhea. I am seeing C, gonorrhea. Any JA not sure. No problem, no problem. As long as you try, as long as you try. C, gonorrhea, no more answers. The answer indeed is typhoid. Typhoid. You can also look and go and do some research. Now we move on to 51. Refers to the following diagram, which shows the stages in the life cycle of our friend or not so friend mosquito. Which of the following stages are found in or on water? Which of the following stages are found in or on water? Is it A, 2 and 3, B, 3 and 4, C, 1, 3 and 4? Is it D, 2, 3 and 4 only? Which of the following stages are found in or on water? Waiting for some responses, waiting for some responses, waiting for some responses for 51. Is it A, B, C, or D? Please note that there might be a slight delay between when I speak and when you answer. I apologize for this. I don't think the delay was as large before the internet went. I am seeing D, from JA. JA never put not sure beside him answer this time. So JAD from Vanessa as well, 2, 3, and 4 only. Any other answer? Well, Vanessa and JA Gaming, Vortex Gaming suggest D as well. You guys are all indeed correct. D is definitely the answer. Therefore, we move on to 52. What type of immunity is acquired from antibodies that are produced when a vaccine is administered? And that is a very important part of the question. A vaccine is administered. And antibodies are produced when a vaccine is administered. A vaccine is administered. Is it A, artificial active? Is it B, artificial passive? Is it C, natural acquired? Is it D, natural passive? Waiting for some answers. Send in your answers. Be sure to send in your answers. Send in your answers. Is it A, B, C, or D? Is it A, B, C, or D? A, artificial active, B, artificial passive, C, natural acquired, D, natural passive. I am seeing Rapid JA sending A, artificial active, Vortex sending in B, artificial passive, Vanessa sending in A as well. All right, well done, guys. Thank you for your participation. The answer is indeed artificial active. The answer is indeed artificial active. For you know, say it's a vaccine that is administered, therefore it is artificial active. We move on to, where were we? 52, therefore we move on to 53. We move on to 53. Now, beriberi is an example of a disease that is classified as, beriberi is an example of a disease that is classified as, is it A, hereditary? Is it B, pathogenic? Is it C, sexually transmitted? Is it D, nutritional deficiency? Which is it? Waiting for your answers. Waiting for your answers. Is it A, hereditary, B, pathogenic, C, sexually transmitted, or D, nutritional deficiency? Waiting for the answer. I think Rapid just sent in D for nutritional deficiency. And try and send in your answers as soon as you see the question, please. And thank you, because I might be speaking and you might be hearing me a bit later, but I'm seeing D from Hunter, I'm seeing D from Kemar, D from MXL. MXL has joined us again, and you are all indeed correct. It is nutritional deficiency. It's a lack of, to be exact, vitamin B. Now, we move on to 54. Which of the following gases is produced in a landfill site? And when you hear landfill, we are talking about, from you hear landfill, we are talking about what? Is it A, ozone? Is it B, steam? Is it C, oxygen? Is it D, methane? Send in your answers, send in your answers. We are at 54. Send in your answers for 54. Is it A, ozone? Is it B, steam? Is it C, oxygen? Is it D, methane? Sir, I missed a lot. I came late. Came late. Oh, you mean to the second part of the live, because you were always here before, Cherry. The live will be saved on the Hudson Tutoring Service channel, so be sure to go back and watch it, no problem. And we will be having other classes as well. We wanted to go through paper 1 and 2. Wanted to go through a paper 2, but time will not permit us to. We might just look at the beginning, but I don't think you missed too much. But even if you miss it, MXL, you can go and check the video. It will be saved on the channel. So no problems there. And that goes for everybody who would have joined us late, like Mrs. Shanae White, that is suggesting D for 54, and she is indeed correct. Methane is the answer. Now we move on to 55. What is the effect of carbon monoxide on the human body? What is the effect of carbon monoxide on the human body? Does it prevent oxygen uptake by blood? Does it damages cilia present in the trachea? And somebody go and find out what cilia is. Somebody go and find out what cilia is. C, does it change causes eye irritation and reduce visibility. D, has toxic effects on the nervous system. What is our answer for 55? I think rapid JA is referring to 55 to be A, and in that case, you would be definitely correct. It prevents oxygen uptake by the blood. It prevents oxygen uptake by the blood. Correct, rapid JA. Now we move on to 56, and it asks is chlorine bleach can be added to drinking water too. Why would we add chlorine bleach to drinking water? Is it to improve the taste? Wonderful, Rapid J. Rapid J said cilia is a hair-like structure that can be found in the bronchus. It can also be found in the nasal cavity, and that is exactly what he's saying. No, and in the nasal cavity, so you find it in your nostril area, and other parts of the body as well. So it helps to rid the air from various substances that might be damaging to the body, and it has other uses as well. As the RPG is even now saying, it filters the air during inspiration. Wonderful. Thank you for that little research, RPG. Now, where were we? We were at 56, and I would have asked, why would we add bleach to drinking water? Is it to improve the taste? Is it to prepare it for filtration? Is it to destroy microorganisms? Is it to remove unpleasant smells? Is it to remove unpleasant smell? Is it to destroy microorganisms? Is it to prepare it for filtration? Or A, to improve the taste? All right, all right, all right. So 56, I think I'm seeing answers coming in for 56. I'm seeing B, 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 B. I'm seeing B 3 times to prepare it for filtration. But what we think about the microorganisms in the water? Because our answer is actually C, to destroy microorganisms. If we wanted to filter water, there are various ways we could filter water. Running through a funnel. There's another process. Why does that escape me at the moment? It involves boiling the water. Somebody remind me what the name of that is. But no, we wouldn't add bleach to prepare it for filtration. So our answer is to destroy. May cause danger to our body. Now we move on to 57. Which of the following substances contribute to excessive growth of algae in waterways? Which of the following substances contribute to excessive growth of algae in waterways? Nitrates and phosphate? Is it C, carbonates and sulfates? Is it D, carbonates and phosphates? Send in your answers. Vortex Gaming sending B. I think he's talking B for 57. Any other answers? Send in your answers for 57. Send in your answers for 57. Vortex saying B. Any other answers? Run them in, run them in. A, I'm seeing A from JA. I'm seeing A from JA. I am seeing A. Any other answer? I'm seeing A and, excuse me, I'm seeing A and B. The answer is indeed B. Are you guys hearing me now? Indicate in the chat if you're hearing me, please, and thank you. I don't know what just took place, but something popped up. All right, wonderful. Jay says he's hearing me now. All right, so I would assume there's still a delay. Now, we were speaking about eutrophication, yes, which is the runoff of nutrients, so nitrates, phosphate into a pond. This might cause eutrophication. You will be introduced to it at some point. Very important. This is the rapid growth of algae. Therefore, our answer is indeed correct. Our answer is indeed correct. Our answer is correct for B. I think it was Rapid JA or Vortex Gaming who suggested B. You are correct, sir or miss. Now we move to 58. Which of the following are effects of releasing untreated sewage into rivers and lakes? What is likely to happen? Is it going to increase in bacteria? Is it going to decrease oxygen? Is this going to cause death of fishes? Is this going to cause death of fishes? Which of the following are effects of releasing untreated sewage into rivers and lakes? Waiting for your answers. I know that there might be a delay. There might be a little delay, but send in your answers nevertheless. Send in your answers for 58. Is it A, 1 and 2? Is it B, 1 and 3 only? Is it C, 2 and 3 only? Is it D, 1, 2, and 3? I am seeing B, 1 and 2, so decrease in bacteria, decrease in oxygen. I am seeing D from MXL, 1, 2, and 3. B from Mr. Walker. I am seeing B from JA as well. Any more answers? Any more answers? The answer is indeed D. All of these are likely to happen. Increase in bacteria, the decrease in oxygen itself might assist in the death of fishes. That might facilitate more what we call competition for oxygen, which is going to cause some fish to eventually die. So all three of these are likely to happen. We will move on now to 59. Which of the following is an example of non-biodegradable pollutants? Which of the following is an example of a non-biodegradable pollutant? Is it lead? Is it paper? Is it cotton? Is it sewage? Which of the following is an example of a non-biodegradable? And when we say non-biodegradable, we mean that it is not going to be broken down in a matter of days or a matter of weeks. It's going to take years and years and years to break down, which is the answer. I am seeing JA saying A, lead, Vortex saying A, lead. You guys are indeed correct. We move on now to 60. Contaminants of water sources is detrimental to humans because of the spread of waterborne diseases, such as what? Contaminants of water sources is detrimental to humans because of the spread of waterborne diseases such as rabies, A, B, cholera, C, influenza, or D, tuberculosis. I think MXL is answering for 59 right now. We'll move on to 60. What is our answer? A, rabies, B, cholera, C, influenza, D, tuberculosis, and you all are correct for 59. The answer is actually A for real. And we move on to 60 now. What is the answer? A, rabies, B, cholera, C, influenza. Send in your answers, send in your answers. I am seeing B from MXL, I'm seeing B from MXL, B from Gaming, Vortex Gaming. I am seeing B from MXL, B from Mr. Vortex, B from JA, and you are all indeed correct. You are all indeed correct. Now, thank you guys so much for joining. We were supposed to run through paper 2, I think it's 2015 paper 2 as well. We're not going to go into it. Well, we're not going to go through all of it. We can take a look at a few of the questions, or one or two other questions. Let me try and find it. Give me a second. Okay, I see Rashani suggesting B as well. That's correct for our last question at 60. We're trying to move into paper 2. So we will begin paper 2 today. We will begin paper 2 today, and at another class, we will continue for paper 2 2015. It's not coming up though. Well, it's coming up on my screen. All right. Again, indicate in the chat if you can hear me. Indicate in the chat if you can hear me. Just send a comment, indicate in the chat if you can hear me. So this is what everybody hearing me? Okay, JA says he's here. All right, so this is what you can expect your paper to look like. Again, read all your instructions. So paper consists of 6 questions. The papers that we will be working in our classes to come, we might start from maybe 2010 or 2005, about there, come up to 2023. Yes, so as was mentioned before, read all your instructions and proceed. So it says the paper consists of 6 questions in 2 sections, and so all questions, write your answers in the spaces provided and not in the margins. We're looking at, all right, number 1. So the human is composed of about 70% water. All of our body reaction takes place in a fluid medium. State 2 functions of water other than it being a medium in which reaction takes place. Oh, wish you guys were on the Zoom with me. You guys could just tell me an answer. Anybody can send in the chat. So send in the chat a response to A. Send in the chat a response to A. Send in the chat a response to A. Label it, while somebody else send in the chat a response to B. Apart from water, the human needs a balanced diet in order for it to perform at its best. What is meant by the term balanced diet? And then another person choose I. Name 2 nutrients that must be present in a balanced diet to provide the energy for a person's activity. All right. Let's just run through the part, somewhat of a preview before we go into our other classes where I will be going through more past paper questions. All right, giving you guys a little time. Whilst you send in your answer, you can just put in brackets which question you are answering. All right, one more minute. Not seeing any responses just yet. We press on anyways. Now, for 1A, 2 function of water. Water has many functions. 2 other functions could be that it helps to protect the body organs and tissues by absorbing shock waves. It also assists in the process of excretion. Also ejection as well, because your feces does require some form of water for egestion to be efficient. It also helps to make various body fluids. We move on to B, where I'm seeing MXL suggested that a balanced diet consists of all the food groups. A balanced diet does indeed consist of all the food groups, but there's one more part that you need to put on that for you to get your 2 marks, for it to be perfect. So a balanced diet consists of all the food groups in their correct proportions. In their correct proportions. And you even to be a little bit clearer or more correct in their correct proportions per individual. So MXL might require more protein than Rapid JA might require. And as I said, Rapid JA, he also submitted an answer for balanced diet. Balanced diet may be defined as eating food from all the different food groups over a period of time in a specific ratio. All right, I like it in a specific ratio. I think he's referring to a specific proportion per person. So you have to state that you're eating all of the food groups from all of the food groups, but you're in the correct proportion per person, because each person might have different requirements of different nutrients. We move on to name 2 nutrients which must be present in a balanced diet. I'll end the class at 3:20. Name 2 nutrients which must be present in a balanced diet to provide energy for a person. Coming to your gaming, let me just mention what gaming said just now. Water is used for transportation in the body. That's correct. Support ultrafiltration. That is also correct by helping removing waste from the kidney. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Vortex. Now we move on to B. Name 2 nutrients which must be present in a balanced diet to provide the energy for a person's activity. From where I talk about nutrients to provide energy, first and foremost, primary nutrients that is used to provide energy is the carbohydrates. So carbohydrates has to be placed down. Secondary nutrients that provides energy. So if you don't have enough carbohydrates, your body resorts to protein. If you don't have enough protein, then your body will resort to getting energy from the fats in your body. So the first 2 that you want to put down is carbohydrates and protein. Now we move on to Amari visits the National Science Center and sees the following experiment being conducted. A sample of a substance is divided into 2 parts. One part is placed in test tube 1 and the other part in test tube 2. Benedict solution is added to both test tubes and the test tubes are shaken. Test tube 1 is then heated. All right, so now what's going to happen? All right, I see your answer. Newton said carbohydrates and protein. This is for our last question. Vortex also said carbohydrates and protein. Well done, guys. What is going to happen? Somebody, you're going to take I for me, and another person is going to take 2. I. That is, I ask, the color changes from blue to orange red in test tube 1. Name the nutrient that is most likely present in the sample. So somebody take that question for me, please. And somebody else take, would there be a color change in test tube 2? Give a reason for your answer. Would there be a color change in test tube 2? Give a reason for your answer. All right, waiting on you guys. You have 2 minutes. We end at 3:20. Please remember, in classes after this, we will be going through more past papers and paying attention to various parts of the syllabus. Send in your answers for I and I. You have 1 minute. Waiting for the answers, waiting for the answers. Also Newton is saying that he thought that the class was supposed to start at 3. So sorry, the time was changed. The information was sent out that the time was changed to 1 o'clock. Don't worry, the saved video is still there in the Hudson Tutoring Service channel. So even if you did not start instantly, you can go back and watch the saved video, as well as there will be more classes to come. So don't feel like saying so. All right, so it's now 3:20, it's now 3:20. I'm not seeing any answers. I'm not seeing any answers. What's going on? What's going on? All right, now the color change from blue to orange, red in test tube 1. Name the nutrients that is most likely present in the sample. Now, the nutrient that is most likely present is glucose, a simple sugar, glucose or fructose. Now, this is the reducing sugar test that you would be familiar from your food test lab. The reducing sugar test. It is testing for simple carbohydrates. In this case, I'm seeing Rapid J is suggesting reducing sugar, correct, glucose or fructose. Now we move on to would there be a color change in test tube 2? You have to state this and also give your answer for why you suggested. Now, would there be a color change? No, there would not be a color change in test tube 2. And the reason for this is because heat was only added to test tube 1. So the color change would be for test tube 1 and not test tube 2. Again, thanks to everybody who joined. Thank you to everybody who participated. I saw you guys. Vanessa, Davis, I saw all you guys participating. Rashani, Mr. Walker. Thank you guys for participating. Brianna, Bree, Jamar, all you guys participated and you did well. Thank you again for joining. We will resume with some more past papers at a later date. We will end here for today. Enjoy the rest of your day. And again, thank you for joining and participating. Take care, everyone.